What's going on, you guys? TBR here, back yet again with another King of Fighters All-Star video, and in today's video we have some news updates. That's right, you guys, CM Yuri has been up to it again over on the official forums, and I'm going to go ahead and break down all the information that you guys need to know in today's video as it pertains to the new Ruby login bonus, the new World Drop event, and Dream Match's return. But before we go ahead and get into all of that and more, make sure if you guys haven't already done so, you smash that like button and subscribe. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the news. Now, as always, you guys, I will have links in the description to all of these forum posts, so that way you can check them out for yourselves. Links will be in the description, but let's go ahead and talk about it. So the first thing that you guys are going to want to be aware of here is that these updates are going to be going live later on this evening. Now, it looks like for me, this is going to be at reset, so it should be at reset for everybody. But basically what we got here is on 7/18, which is today, at 21 PDT, we are going to be getting this stuff added into the game. You guys can adjust for your own time zones, but it should be at reset for everybody. So that's pretty much what we got there. Now, as far as what's coming with the update, this is going to be a Tide Them Over update. So this isn't going to be the massive update that everybody's expecting and hoping for in July, but we'll just have to be a little bit patient. So the first thing that we're going to get here is going to be a new 4K Ruby login bonus. So basically this is going to be for 4,000 time limited rubies, as you guys can see here. So that is going to be what we are going to be getting over the course of the next week for logging in. So make sure that you guys are logging in every day so that way you can pick these rubies up, because chances are you're definitely going to want to go for whatever is coming next that these are intended for. So that's going to be what we're getting for the login event this time around. Not anything too crazy there, pretty much exactly what we've come to expect. But then we're getting a new gift event. And speaking of rubies, you guys, the first thing you're probably going to notice here is this gift event is going to have rubies, right? So we can see them right here. There's 500 time limited rubies here at level 1. So basically, with these gift events, they're all pretty standard. What usually ends up happening is there's going to be a couple of different items that we need to pick up through various means. In this case, there's going to be a World Drop event tied to this and associated to this. But as you guys can see, there are going to be 3 different items here. You pick those items up through the World Drop event, you feed them to this event, and then you pick up whatever the mileage rewards are for hitting these levels on this bar. So that is what we got here. We've had data mines on this in the past, so we've known that this is something that's probably going to be coming this month. So this isn't anything that's a surprise. Getting the rubies, however, is a surprise. The biggest curiosity out of all of this is going to stem from the fact that, are we going to get more rubies on this mileage? What else is going to be involved here for the prize pool? We'll have to wait and see. However, there are going to be packages in which you can pick up some of these items to feed this, so I'm almost getting the feeling that this is going to be something that is going to be jam-packed with value, but we'll have to wait and see. This is all we can go off of right now, but let's talk about how to get these items, right? Because these 3 items right here are going to be what you need in order to pick these rewards up in the first place. Let's talk about how we get them. So there's going to be a couple things here. So as you guys can see, these are going to be the locations of the different items. So for the Popsicle, you're going to have Story Mode, the Power-Up Dungeon, and Epic Quest. For the Beach Ball, you're going to have Story Mode, Power-Up Dungeon, Fighter Advent Dungeon, Epic Quest, Hall of Elements, and the Epic Advent Dungeon. And then finally, for the Parasol, you're going to have Hall of Elements, Epic Advent Dungeon, and the Fighter Advent Dungeon. So if you guys want to check this out, again, links will be in the description, but these are going to be the various resources and the various sources to pick them up. So that's going to be how we get them. This is, of course, going to be tied to the new World Drop event, as you guys can see here. So this World Drop event, if you guys take a look, it breaks it all down again for you. So we're going to have to wait and see kind of what all this looks like. Of course, when it comes to these World Drop events, typically speaking, these are actually pretty easy, so there shouldn't be any type of hang up there for most people. Usually it's just going to require you to have a lot of skip tickets or a lot of AP or what have you. And in the case of this one, being that all these different items are going to be coming from so many different various places throughout the game, it does seem as though it's basically going to be extra rewards for doing your dailies every day, because most of this stuff is stuff you're doing on a daily basis anyway. So we will, of course, talk about when it all goes live and talk about where we feel like the best place will be for you to utilize your different resources to grind on this event. But that's pretty much what we got there until it all goes live. And again, we only have to wait probably another, what is it, another 18 hours or something from now? I don't know, what is time? So that is what we got here. Again, this stuff all goes live later on this evening at reset. So, Dream Match, let's talk about it because it's coming back. So, Dream Match Season 2 is going to be happening. I know a lot of people out there were really upset when Dream Match went away originally, and now we are going to be getting it back. So, if we take a look here, as far as any type of adjustments here, because there's really not a whole lot we need to talk about when it comes to this, they do have a couple different notes here. So, Krohnen is going to now be in Dream Match, so who'da thunk it, right? So you guys can enjoy facing down Mr. McDougal himself in Dream Match now. I'm sure you all love that. So when a random fighter entry is selected, the appearance of the selected hidden fighter is maintained. So we'll have to see what that means. I'm not sure what that really means. Maybe it's just confirming that Kusanagi is going to be back in there again. I don't know, but maybe they changed something. I don't know how to read their version of English. So next thing, other improvements. Added a new map dedicated to Dream Match, so it looks like there's going to be a new original map, so that'll be kind of cool. We'll have to wait and see what that looks like. When selecting a year, the theme song for that year will be played. This could be where those extra songs for Tekken and Street Fighter in the data came from. We talked about those data mines the other day. Everybody was freaking out thinking it was meaning that there's going to be some rerun for something, but honestly, I told you guys I thought it was tied to Dream Match and that was going to be all that it was. This could be what that was. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to just wait for all this to go live and then we can confirm that pretty easily. Other things in here, improve the history of fighters from previous seasons so that entries are not automatically reflected. And then they fixed a bug, they fixed an issue where the game freezes when the opponent leaves the fighter entry settings screen, and that's pretty much what has been changed. So as far as anything else here, badges are coming back. You guys can see that here. It goes, it looks like, from 5 consecutive wins to 100. So for all of you guys out there that are going to be grinding on Dream Match, be happy. You are going to get your badges back. I know there were a lot of people that were really into those the last time. So hey, more power to you. You got some more badges that you can have some fun with. And there's Krohnen right there joining next to his lady love right there, EX on Hell. So pretty cool stuff. Now, we do have one last thing we're going to talk about here, and then we'll kind of sew this up and wrap it up. But we are going to have new packages. Now, I'm not going to get too much into these because, again, I like to just talk about these when they're live in the game. But I do want to go ahead and make sure that I note that it looks like there's going to be things like these extra large watermelon shaved ices here. Now, as much of a tongue twister as that is for me to say all of a sudden, jokes aside, basically what this means is there are probably going to be packages from the looks of it that you can buy in order to help yourself out with that gift event. So we'll have to wait and see if this is going to be another one of those events where you're basically going to, by the end of it, get shortchanged. Typically, I feel like, and this is maybe just my own paranoia, but typically whenever I see packages that are selling these little types of items and currencies like this, I typically think to myself that there's some sort of RNG involved to where they're making it to where you're going to have to probably pick up a package or two in order to potentially finish it by the end for a lot of people. Not everybody, but some people. The unlucky ones are the ones that maybe didn't grind enough. I don't know. I don't know what the drop rates are going to be for these items, but usually whenever I see packages like this, especially lately with the way some of these events have been really just kind of lackluster by the end of them and kind of shortchanging people recently, I've gotten into the habit of worrying about this more and more over the course of the past couple of months. So we'll have to wait and see what this looks like, but in general, that's what you got there. So that's going to be the update, you guys. There really isn't a whole lot of crazy stuff here. We got a World Drop event and a Ruby Login event and Dream Match is coming back. That's basically it. I think that this is going to be really good for a Tide Them Over. World Drop events are always something that's really like hands-on and interactive as far as like keeping us busy typically, especially if this time around this is going to be really rewarding, but it's all going to come down to what's in here. So that is going to be the biggest thing. So you guys can let me know in the comment section down below what you think of all this stuff, but I'm thinking that it's probably going to be enough to keep us busy until we get whatever we're getting for this anniversary update. But anyway, you guys, that's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe on your way out. And until the next one, I'll talk to you all later. Peace.
Continue.